Hey everyone, it's me, Doomlink, and welcome to a rather unfortunate video that I'm recording right here. I certainly wasn't expecting to have to record something like this, but unfortunately, during the previous recording of Demon Souls, something very unfortunate happened. Now, this build that I'm doing here was intended to be a Northern Regalia build. It still is intended to be that. Whether or not that actually is something that's fulfilled within the build as an idea during this run of New Game Plus is, well, it's in jeopardy at the moment. Because what I did, which was very stupid, okay, like I've spent a little bit over 12 hours in this character working on, well, just the New Game run of this build, leading up to what it would become, which was the Northern Regalia build. I was basically working towards my character tendency, going towards white, and essentially empowering my Soulbrandt in the process. We're currently at 240 damage with the Soulbrandt. I don't know what damage level it caps out at, but I can tell you that visually, our character tendency doesn't look much different to how it did before I was killing named Black Phantoms. Now, I had to go through a lot of shit to actually do that. Like, I killed 2 named Black Phantoms for literally no reason, because I did it the wrong way. I actually killed them with Poison Cloud, and that doesn't actually contribute to positive character tendency. And then I had to go and kill 2 more, I think. The only one that I left alive was Skivir the Wanderer, so I think that's 5. But at the very least, oh no, I did also kill Ostrava, the Black Phantom Ostrava, and strangely, it doesn't seem like it's actually contributed towards my character tendency. That was something that I was wanting to check, that I think I forgot to check. But there was something else that I forgot to do that was a lot more fucking important than that. I'm going to open my chat, and what I did forget to do has been spoiled by the title of this video. And the fact that I did this is, well, I don't even know if it's embarrassing so much as it is unbelievably frustrating. But what happened was, I was just fighting the final boss, King Allant, or Wannabe Allant as he was translated to be in this version of the game that I'm playing, and I was in the middle of a conversation about how, you know, the Lady in Black Demon Soul gave you less souls than the Beast Demon Soul and all of that, and I just wasn't thinking, and I went and killed the Lady in Black, went to New Game Plus, no problem, yeah. Ended the live stream. About an hour later, I was sitting at my computer and I said to myself, I have no memory of actually picking up Soulbrandt. I have no memory of having done that. So I'm like freaking out. I'm thinking, shit, did I do it so subconsciously that I don't remember doing it? Or did I actually forget to take it? And what happened was, I did completely forget. I launched the game again, hoping to God that I would actually have Soulbrandt in my inventory, and I just didn't pick it up while thinking, or rather, when I did pick it up, I just hadn't thought about it at all. But no, I was right in the sense that I didn't think. There was obviously no thought process going on, but unfortunately, that resulted in me not picking up Soulbrandt, as opposed to actually picking it up. So that was a real problem. And the reason why that's a real problem wasn't just past tense as a problem, it's present fucking tense as a problem. Because without Soulbrandt, we can't make the Northern Regalia. We can't do it. I dodged one bullet, which was the consumption of the False King Demon Soul. Had I not actually checked online during my last live stream, I would have just consumed the False King Demon Soul thinking that all I needed, in fact, was Soulbrandt and Soulbrandt. So I dodged that bullet, I didn't consume that soul, because I'd learned that I needed it, that's fine. But who would have fucking thought that in actual fact I would leave Soulbrandt in the boss room and move on to New Game Plus without it? Probably the most key aspect to the entire build was left behind. Now, how did I manage to do this? The reason why is because this is the first Northern Regalia build. In fact, it's the first build that I've done where I've made use of Soulbrandt and Soulbrandt in probably 9 years, or 8, one of those two numbers. And what that means is that deeply ingrained muscle memory states that I don't need that sword. I do not need that sword sticking in the ground. Sometimes I'll pick it up for fun, with no intention of using it. Other times, I'll walk right by it. Because I was in mid-conversation, and I wasn't thinking of what I was doing right then and there in that boss room, I walked past that Soulbrandt because muscle memory said that is not something that you need. But conscious thought, which obviously was not being fully engaged at that time, would have stated, no, that thing is literally my build. Without that, I cannot continue my build. Now the next question is, yeah, also Altamar has a profile picture of me drinking Trappist Rochefort, the whole, the chalice in my face there like that. But the problem with this situation is I now need to work out some kind of solution. I literally cannot have this build be a Northern Regalia build as it moves into New Game Plus. Now, what's the problem with that? The problem with that is that I'm now going to be fighting the next tier of enemy difficulty in terms of health and damage, but with a weapon that's going to basically stay at New Game damage levels, because I can't upgrade it into the Northern Regalia. The Northern Regalia is, by definition, a New Game Plus weapon, because it is made with 2 swords, one of which you can only get at the very end of New Game. And the problem with this is that now everything's unbalanced. If I go into New Game Plus 2 to get the Northern Regalia, it's not going to feel special anymore. It's not going to do much damage at all. So I'm really worried about that. I wanted to experience New Game Plus with Northern Regalia and sort of see the damage output that it would display, but I can't do that. The second point when it comes to that is the killing of named Black Phantoms in New Game Plus. They're obviously going to have more health and more damage than they already had in New Game. And this is a problem, because now I'm going to be doing the same frickin' damage that I was doing during New Game against these Black Phantoms that have only become stronger now that we are in New Game Plus. So, really, my solutions are here. I'm going to take a break from Demon Souls, maybe for 2 weeks or something, just so that I can be fresh and ready to do whatever needs to be done. Even if, like, what I'm going to do is not just do a quick run through New Game Plus to get to New Game Plus 2, because if I do that, what will happen is I'll have to get my character tendency to pure white with even stronger Black Phantoms, you see. So I may as well just be using Soulbrandt in New Game Plus, rather than using Northern Regalia in New Game Plus 2 to kill the Black Phantoms, because it would probably end up being the same sort of damage output. Overall, it's a really shit situation that I shouldn't be in right now, but because of a little slip-up, and it was because of a little slip-up, I have to be working out some sort of solution to the problem. And it was so funny because almost I could actually see a situation in that conversation where I would have been alerted to the existence of Soulbrandt. All I would have needed to do was make eye contact with Soulbrandt, and I would have picked it up. I would have gone, oh, holy shit, let's get that. Let's not forget that. Because in the conversation, I was talking about, you know, the different endings you can get. Either you kill the main in black, or you leave the area. Had I thought in my head to demonstrate that, I would have turned around to look at the exit of the room, and I would have seen in the ground Soulbrandt. That's all I would have needed to do to actually be reminded that, shit, I need to pick up that weapon. But because I decided not to demonstrate that, and because I was so eager to get into New Game Plus, I just went straight for the lady in black and killed her. And I think what's more extraordinary, again, is not just the fact that I completely forgot, like I ended the stream without even realizing that I had passed up the Soulbrandt, completely forgot about it. No one else that was watching noticed either. Now, I don't know if that's an indication of how little these people pay attention, or they weren't looking for a period of time and just assumed that I would have picked it up. Understandable. Imagine passing up literally the goal and purpose of your build before going into New Game Plus. But yeah, like, no one on Twitch noticed. I had a number of Twitch viewers, no one said anything. It must have been like 5 minutes after I had passed up Soulbrandt that I actually ended the stream, so people had plenty of time to react to that. No one did. Now that wouldn't have actually made it so that I could go back and fix my mistake. That was definitely not an option. As soon as I was going into New Game Plus, that was it. I was fucked, basically. But at least I would have been able to react to it on the stream and actually maybe come up with some sort of solution then and there. I wouldn't have been able to come up with one, but I'll tell you what, maybe it's better to make a separate video for this anyway, because the situation is such that I imagine how easy it would be if I just had Soulbrandt right now and I could just comfortably continue on with the build in New Game Plus with the Northern Regalia, as the build title would suggest is supposed to happen, but instead that's not what's happening because I've been foolish, I suppose, at the end of the day. So really, I don't have a solution except for, like, maybe someone could drop me Soulbrandt in the private servers. I don't know if any of you watching this have access to the private servers and have a Soulbrandt that you'd be willing to give me, but I would love to do that instead of going through New Game Plus with Demon Brandt, because that would be really frustrating. I don't know if there's any kind of glitch that I can take advantage of to get Soulbrandt right now, but I'd be more than willing to, you know, take those options in order to get Soulbrandt at this point, without needing to do a full run of New Game Plus to get it. In other words, I wanted to keep working towards positive character tendency with Northern Regalia, because it would give me that necessary boost in damage output when fighting those named Black Phantoms. Not going to be happening, incidentally. So, or at the very least, there's a very low chance of that. So again, if any of you have a solution for me that will allow me to get Soulbrandt and actually continue through New Game Plus here, instead of having to go all the way to New Game Plus 2 to get it, I'm all ears, and I have all the gratitude in the world to any person who can actually offer me a working solution. If not, then I will have no choice but to just continue through New Game Plus without Northern Regalia, and it will have to be a New Game Plus 2 endeavour to use or not only use, but acquire Northern Regalia using 3 things: Demon Brandt, Soulbrandt, and the False King Demon Soul. Which begs the question, should I just, you know, if I'm going to have to do that, I may as well just fucking consume the False King Demon Soul as well, you know, try to make up for the sad state of affairs that I'm in by giving myself more souls to level up. I do have 155,000 right now, and I've got, you know, at least 300,000 ready and waiting, but it's probably not going to compensate me in any way, is it? Anyway, it's a stupid situation. I wish I wasn't in it. That's probably all I'm going to do for this recording. I don't have much more to say, but I'm disappointed in the situation. I'm not entirely disappointed in myself because I understand why I made that mistake. It's just, if you don't fucking do a build like that for so long and you're not paying attention in that moment, you're busy talking about something else, you're just going through the motions, your hands guide you. Your hands are doing the work. Then yeah, that's just what happens. So I'm not beating myself up over it, but I'm definitely disappointed as far as the result is concerned. But yeah. Yeah, I would guess that you're right, number 7. I don't think that there is an exploit that would get me Soulbrandt right now. But I'm sure I don't know all the glitches of the game. I think there's a way. I think the only way that you can know about glitches is if you involve yourself in the community, and I haven't been involved in the Demon Souls community for like 9 years. So for me, and the game's been out for 11 years, by the way. So for me, I may very well not know of glitches, but I'd say the chances of being able to get Soulbrandt right here and now before continuing are basically 0. That would be my guess. but I'm just appealing for assistance from someone, because maybe someone would know what to do in this situation. I don't know. I think the whole thing is stupid. Imagine having an entire build based around that sword and you just walk past it. It's stupid. But anyway, that's the situation, and I can't really do anything about it for now. I need to have a break because I did 2 very long recordings. I did 5.5 hours and then 7 hours, only for it to ultimately amount to failure because of this one situation, which was me walking straight past Soulbrandt. So with that in mind, I do thank you all for watching. I'm not going to drag this on any further. We are 15 minutes in, and that's all this recording was supposed to be for. If anyone wants to complain that it's such a short video because it's a live stream, they expect a longer recording if it's a live stream, well, I'm very sorry, but you've got 7 hours worth of Demon Souls content to watch, so enjoy. Or more like 12 hours if you include the one before it. But anyway, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and we'll see what happens with this build in the future. Bye bye.